Right there, final ban. Yeah, you're talking about Rally though.
Yeah, I haven't seen Geomancer get played at all this tourney. I've been sad about that. I was thinking with BD, he might finally get to see some use, especially when his brother Magnus is in the pool, but nothing yet. Dampier, he's been very popular in these BD pools. No Thunderbringer play, although I think he can thrive in a BD environment as well. Dark Lady's in the board. Deadwood, of course, was there, and Deadwood was first picked in the previous game and being first picked up again here by Mega Beavers, so. Meanwhile, Warbeast is actually in the game.
Sure is.
And as a suicide that, we'll take a look at what else they have, though. I mean, they don't exactly have a jungle to go along with him, so a little bit less devastating. But still, there's room to make some pretty damn sound setups with that. We'll definitely consider him. I know Mega Beaver's team has enjoyed the usage of Warbeast in the past, so I wouldn't be shocked to see him picked up here. They picked him up in lockpick, so hell.
Very possible. Hey, Pearl. We have not seen Pearl yet.
True story.
Awesome. We're going to see her in banning draft. We were talking about that for lockpick. I mean, there's a good chance that she could be picked up, but banning draft, obviously, even a better option now, too. So
how have we not seen Pearl in the entire tournament?
I don't know, yeah. There's so much talk as far as those 6 heroes. I mean, she was the one, if anything, but then Lodestone obviously got a lot of recognition. And
yeah.
We've seen a couple of the others, but
we even saw the Red Bull merchant 2 or 3 times, too. But
yeah.
Nice. Didn't see any Pearl, so.
Good to see him here. Or her.
Peculiar.
I am excited for that. I mean, so you look at her skill set, obviously, that asphyxiate.
Mentioned they liked that Warbeast, man. I'm sorry, you're talking about that, but anyway, I'll let you go on.
It's the Warbeast, yeah, the Warbeast Revenant. So maybe you could confirm. I mean, so with the asphyxiate, or which one is the one that purges? It's the asphyxiate, right? Yeah, removes all buff. So does that work against like protective charm?
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah, of course. So yeah, so obviously that's a pretty powerful tool when you think about it. And
for sure, for sure.
And then her bubble ultimate, or preservation as it's called, but I'm gonna call it bubble ultimate.
Actually, is the targeting super? I mean, I said that with confidence, but
I mean,
I'm gonna watch
that.
No.
Maybe not. I don't know.
People always talk to. I think just Soul's Blessing. It might not work against Protective Charm because I'm not sure if the actual casting of it is superior. Sorry, I was so quick to say, oh, Jerizai. Yeah, kind of. I think it just works against the Soul's Blessing, and not the actual Protective Charm. I'm going to actually
test it out.
Yeah, I got some time here while the draft is going. I don't need to be in there on my main account.
Get some confirmation before chat explodes, and
yeah,
they'll still do that no matter what. But we can't save us from them, but we'll see what you figure out. The final 2 picks right there on the side, or not the final 2, but the next 2 are Witchslayer, Dampier coming out. There's a lot of mechanics in this game, man.
Yeah, no.
It's hard to
not
remember
okay.
every single one.
No.
Valkyrie Behemoth. That's classic right there. I like it. We were just talking about that last game. You said Behemoth. It was good to see him again. I mentioned Valkyrie, and sure enough,
there's not even in this game, man.
Temp team comes through. Yeah, well, like, what's the point ultimately? But no, it's just good information to know, I guess, in the end. As like a just in case.
Just look at the ability here as I level it up. I don't have my detailed tooltips on apparently, but I'll just spawn the Jerizai.
So
it's not the computer I normally use. So okay, that's fine.
Well, let's just switch over to his screen.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Is that even possible? We don't have that set up right now. We don't. It's weird. It's black. Don't want to switch over.
Oh god, my mouse clicks are reversed on here too. This is hard. I'm trying to test it. I can't even. I normally use reverse clicks.
Best tester ever.
Oh god.
Anyways, over here, Kronos is the final pick coming out for Justice League. So we do get to see Kronos again here, and you look at their team. Wow, that seems dirty, by the way. Kronos on top of Pearl. That seems like opposites, though, in a sense. Like, Kronos is a guy that keeps him in place, and then Pearl's like, get off of us. So that's going to be weird how that synergizes. It doesn't really when you think about it, I guess. But I don't know. Anywho, expect to see some bubbles in this game, to say the least. So, yeah, no, I'm excited for this. Again, this is it. This is game number 3 here. We definitely got some fun picks.
Yeah, no, you can definitely purge it. You can definitely purge it. So it's not just
okay.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Okay.
All right.
So there we go. Now that we know that, we don't see Jerizai in this game. But for the future. For the future.
No, I mean...
It's just good. It basically makes the point that it's superior magic, is what it comes down to.
So.
The targeting
well,
of it.
I'm actually going to... Because if I give this guy a shrunken head... I'm sorry. I'll join this game back in a second.
I'm just so intrigued by this now.
The targeting of it should be...
It's okay.
Yeah, no, the targeting of it definitely is superior magic, so...
Yeah.
Okay. You can still cast on a guy that has Shrunken activated.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Well, that, of course, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Or wait, no, it actually does the animation but doesn't cast. Weird. Okay, never mind. Just screw it. Maybe it doesn't even do. Maybe it doesn't auto attack. I don't even. I'm done.
I'm done. 5-man gang squad again coming out from Justice League here, but this time I don't think they're going to find anyone other than a Hellhound, which they may get some bounty from, but oh, maybe not.
No,
actually.
it does the animation of it, but it doesn't actually use the cooldown.
You are really intrigued by this.
No, I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. It does do the cast animation. It doesn't. Yep. Okay. Deal settled.
So it's not actually.
She attempts to cast it, but nothing happens.
But it does remove Protected Charm.
Yes.
Okay, so we got that out.
Yeah.
Wow, by the way. Wow. I'm just saying.
You wowing at it.
I'm just
oh god, that I find that skin that I talk about some of the skins I just think are abysmal, and
we've been casting too long.
No, that one's just that's on my list of.
Instant replay that. Man, let's bring that back. Loop that back.
No. You guys are savages.
All right, so the game is developing here. Just like, no, never mind. War Beast is going to be going to the bottom lane, going to be the short lane here. We do have Deadwood heading middle, and that means our tri-lane setup. Again, the Valkyrie Behemoth, and then you throw a Revenant on top of that. That sounds brutal, man. That just sounds brutal. Witch Slayer especially, the one being up here. Zane playing the Witch Slayer. You need to fear for your life, good sir.
Yeah, going to be a lot of careful positioning to make this work in the side lane here. Definitely, this mid lane, however, break. Trying to apply a lot of pressure to this Deadwood. You see, the Pyromancer had rotated in efforts with the Pearl to try to set something up, but nothing quite yet.
Witch Slayer's dead, by the way. He's 100% dead. There's no way he's getting out of this. There's a Fissure stun. Here comes the arrow. No, never mind. That was just a stun and cancel it. Blocking from Revenant, trying to eat through the trees. He auto attacks, the Graveyard stun, and the final auto attack.
I told you he's fine.
Mega Beaver gets the kill right there with the Smackdown kill. Yeah, that's what was expected. I mean,
yep.
The second he gets any bit a little pushed up, he was dead. So.
Rune Revenant making the appearance again. I think it was Mega Beaver playing it the previous time too. So. Making a point that he's comfortable with the hero War Beast. ALG, taking that lane beast, however, in this game, and not in the suicide role, actually in the safe lane here, up against the Chronos, and just trying to get those levels to spam that battle cry. If he gets edged out of the lane, is the cool thing. If he's edged out of this lane, he can move to the woods and farm a little bit. Actually caught out of position here, though. Excellent leap. Followed up with this stun by Pyromancer, and down he goes. So, giving Bill a bit too much credit early on. Nice pickoff coming out.
You see Kronos getting credit for the kill right there. So, yeah, the Hellborn team definitely responding with a very solid kill of their own. Port coming in. Kronos actually dropped a little bit in life right here. Doesn't need to be somewhat careful. But
Kronos can actually act as a lead stun for the lane. As long as he charges up the Curse of Aegis, it is a 1-second stun. So he can leap, stun it, sets it up for the Pyro, no problem.
It's all about comes out of communication at that point. So, again, whatever program they use. Sure, you're on top of that. Dampier actually in a little bit of trouble. He's going to terrorize right there, help to keep them off. In comes Pearl. The asphyxia onto Deadwood, slowing him down a little bit right there. But Dampier is still in some trouble.
Behemoth's Fissure is up, but no mana. He didn't have his mana potion going.
Got the bottle in time, too.
Yeah.
So, he is going to be fine in the end. Good as a good saver. Definitely assistance, at least, from Bubbles? Wow.
Pearl?
Why?
What?
She does bubbles.
I think, yeah, I think the day is being to wear down.
And a hero we usually have is bubbles, so.
Yeah. And she's a bubble mage.
She's a mage of
bubble
bubbles.
Mage.
Yeah. Bubble mage.
She's Pearl the bubble mage.
Okay. What is her lore, Emperor? Give us her backstory.
Do you want the Ruby bubbles lore? I don't think you want to hear about the Ruby bubbles lore.
I don't care.
Do you want the?
Tell me more about the Ruby.
It's not one we need to go into right now, but meanwhile the Legion side.
Deadwood actually, he's 68 doing some harassment, but gonna be fine. Bottom lane maybe, yes, there will be a kill though, as War Beast again gets a little caught out. So it's bottom lane working out pretty well.
Yeah, Lane Beast has the level 2 battle cry, but beginning to become a little bit of a suffer down here, padding the wallet of Impa Boy quite well. So might be time to look at finding a new home here.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes into that jungle like you were talking about. It could be possible for him. But
surprised they didn't actually set up a sideboard for that Lane Beast. given that he has no escape, you know, it would have been nice to actually, hindsight of course again, but having a ward down there for him would have been nice.
Middle lane again, they try to set up a gank, but
they completely switched the lanes around. Behemoth, the beautiful fissure onto that Pyromancer breaky. The
arrow completely misses, but it doesn't matter in the end. Leaf 2 playing that Valkyrie will actually get credit for the kill still, so down falls Pyromancer, and as you said, the fissure's starting to lead that off, so a lot of adjustments being made here, man. Between both teams,
yeah, even. Lanebeast's going to be going to top lane here. It's level 2 wolves at this point. Chronos following him, though. And Chronos knows he has the edge, so going to try to apply some pressure here. Ooh, the bash, and, well, that puny, though, and he has lane control coming out here, so.
Oh, the haster, and yes! Oh, the lock throw! Dampier's trying to face. Jeez, that was close.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, I meant to bring this up earlier, too, with Pearl. That Whirl Bubble for his second ability, it is a careful ability because, as we kind of saw right there, it pushes the enemy forward, or in the direction that they are, whatever way you're using it, I guess. So, and that, it did help Deadwood kind of get away from Dampier somewhat, even though it did the damage, of course. So you do got to be a little careful about that, but obviously in the end it got the kill no matter what, so. But that's what I want to bring up about Pearl there. You're talking about Warbeast adjusting to the top lane, but Chronos just going to follow him up there. Warbeast spamming that war cry, of course, or the battle cry even. He has level 3 of that now, so enhancing not only himself, but everyone on his team. Valkyrie definitely liking that, I'm sure. 310 gold per minute for her currently up there, but overall, Chronos is dominating the chart here. Off to a 380 GPM start, 540 into the game. Of course, very, very early on, though, so we'll see how that progresses. But I am excited to see the Valkyrie, man.
Well, Chronos has been historically a very powerful hero against Warbeast as well. That ultimate, he's able to find a lot of lockdown with this Warbeast, even through that ulti form. So
yeah,
I like that pickup, I guess. And also, Pearl's ultimate making life a little bit more difficult for Warbeast as well. Well, I mean, he has to be in melee range anyways he walks through, but that initial pushback can still interrupt his flow, and that flow is actually pretty damn important.
Yeah.
And he has to play catch-up again, so a couple of ways of dealing with him.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it is going to be interesting seeing the Chronosphere and then the Bubble Ultimate also coming out, so because they're kind of opposite.
Well, they're being used for different functions, though, so I don't think it's
not that big of a deal. Yeah, I know, but
yeah, it sucks that she can't combine and do burst damage enough on top of his ulti.
Yeah. But yeah, expect to see the bubbles if you were here.
Oh boy,
top tower getting pushed in pretty heavily here.
Curious to see whether he's going to go for the Helm or the Cleaver route here, actually.
Yeah, good point. Did he actually purchase it? No, he didn't.
No, he's right now it's up to me. He's got the tower ability. I mean, he's ahead of the curve right now. If he was to get a Cleaver, it's not necessarily a horrible game to do so. Given they say he can get 450 gold per minute, I'm just not a huge fan of it.
Uh-oh, Deadwood setting up in the middle lane, has a Falcon Punch, but he's just going to miss right there. You saw Pearl was ready with that Whirl Bubble there, just in case. Deadwood got a little bit better of a connection.
True.
But he is fine. Witch Slayer, that is fine. Able to help keep his teammate alive right there. The Rotten Grass missing didn't help him either, of course. Valkyrie doing everything at the bottom lane in the meantime, and again, her GPM also pretty solid here in this game right now. Gonna get some good pressure up. Doesn't have the Valkyrie Prism yet, of course. That's pretty typical at this point. Usually don't level that up until a little bit later.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, he actually has a point still that he can spend in his sleep.
Oh yeah, he does.
It's 2 points. So it's very unusual to see a Valkyrie without.
Maybe just waiting
Tell
for.
Me, wait, did he get stats?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's just saving it so because.
Okay, in case he needs the ulti.
In case he needs the ulti for maybe a teammate, or maybe if he needs a leap.
If he needs a leap, yeah, sure. So, hasn't needed the leap yet, so sitting on that. That's actually pretty wise play then.
Yeah.
Why
not? Awkward.
ALG.
Do we get that replay? We have to loop that back. We're not doing that. We're not doing that to LG.
He didn't buy out either, so that wasn't intentional.
No, I caught that at the last second, actually, because it switched over because the thing popped up.
That happens. I mean, I'd be lying if I've never been taken out by the Ancients, or the Neutrals before, so on War
It happens to me every game.
Oh, let's... we're going to have to work on that one.
Did I say that out loud? Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Catman Champion Stomp actually went off because
we've seen Complexity get double killed by not only Complexity, another team too, another top team got double killed by Ancients. The support and the carry farming them during top tier matches. It wasn't that long ago, maybe a matter of like 4 months at this point, 3 or 4. Not that long ago.
Not that long ago.
Maybe 3 months, but Yeah, we've seen them get killed by Ancients before, too, during high-profile games, man.
Yeah, it's we've seen some embarrassing moments. Definitely one that comes to mind is the Wild Soul.
It'd be fun to make a bloopers video of stuff from top competitive matches.
Yeah, there are some good
yeah,
ones.
the Wild Soul, the might distraught.
That's on the ground, and it's like, oops. Kind of got that destroyed. And they still almost won
We've
that
seen
game.
Pharaoh hooks into creeps like that are directly in front. We've seen 5 missed Pharaoh hooks in a row
the classic,
outside of a base.
Classic beat is.
Yeah.
Succubus sleep target.
Yep. There's been some good moments. Honestly, the bloopers sometimes are as big as the big plays. So, actually, it'd be fun to look into putting together more of that.
Maybe that could be a new Honkcast Shorts episode. Just saying. Look at my producer over there. He's telling me to stop it. Oh, Warbeast might be in some trouble right here once again. He is level 7 though, so. But Dampier gonna rudely try to steal some creeps, but no, he actually gets the creep instead.
Behemoth's here to party too.
Yeah, Dampier. Oh, he's gonna go Invis actually though, so gonna keep them guessing now. As far as where he is.
Kronos with Pyromancer sitting here, wanting to pick off Deadwood, and it's check out the damage. Pyromancer's only level 5, but they're not wanting to jump forward just quite yet. I'm not sure how close Pyromancer is to having that ultimate. Just not so much yet. Deadwood does have those vestments, so not really inclined to jump into his death yet. Behemoth picking up the Amulet of Exile.
Did you grab
right?
that?
The initiation always
Yeah,
comes to mind. Yeah, the Amulet of Exile. Could be going for that Ring of Sorcery earlier on. Not as much of a spam-heavy team, but still good for himself. There's the angle they're trying to find for Deadwood. Pearl's in range as well. It should be easily enough damage.
Yeah, the Rotten Grass holding him a little bit longer, but it's probably not going to matter.
Are you kidding me? The Valkyrie's Prism, but it's not enough.
Revelation was also put down in the last second just in case. That was close. Almost taken away, but obviously did not in the end. Bottom lane, Dampier actually taking some pressure. He needs to be a little careful. You see Warbeast trying to position himself, actually. Maybe chase him down, but if anything, he just gave him somewhere to jump to. So, and Dampier will gladly take that. So, top lane in the meantime, though, continuing to be pushed here by Justice League.
Yeah, Pearl getting active early. Not level 6 quite yet, but as we see that, I wouldn't be surprised to see that pressure continually being applied. Did go for the Sustainer route, going for that Rune Cleaver again on Kronos, going more for that triple late game, but meanwhile, bottom lane, that is an easy pick-off breaky.
Says leap this bitch, and Valkyrie unfortunately can't, so I believe it wasn't included anyways, but got hexed, combo down, and eventually died, so good job out there.
Pressure being applied to.
Oh, Deadwood coming in with that name is Falcon Punch open, but there's the ultimate from Pearl, knocking back Deadwood. It doesn't matter though. Will eventually stay alive. Pearl trying to help keep himself alive now, but that finished on blocking her off. And down she falls. So it ends up being a 2-for-0 right there for the Legion team, at least. Obviously, Valkyrie dead before all that. And they deny the tower. Now, that's a double-edged sword. It's a secondary tower 12 minutes into the game.
They still lost the tower, sure. It was definitely worth it. I mean, of course, getting the 2 hero kills and the deny, phenomenal. Kronos survived, though. Continually keep on firing for that Rune Cleaver. Picked up the broadsword, just needs one more. 900 gold short at this point, and he'll be sitting on it. Warbeast about to finish his Abyssal Skull soon. So a little bit of a slow start to him, 0-3, but not that far behind the curve. I mean, Boots Abyssal come out here in a sec. We'll allow him to catch up if nothing else.
Yeah. Double damage Dampier actually in the jungle right here. And gonna take away from Warbeast a little bit in the meantime. Yeah. He is getting close to level 11 as well. He currently has 2 essences on him, so this could line up pretty nicely for him. Could have level 11, the 3 essence charges. Not gonna use it on the creeps right here, so isn't really that worried about getting it just yet. However, Invisible Revenant coming in after using his Invis, of course, but wouldn't dare open up by himself. As the award to say it will be placed down, however. So Valkyrie just going to continue to farm as much as possible for the Legion team right here. She is still now under that 300 gold per minute mark.
Two points of Essence Tribe, by the way, so really favoring that Invis in terms of setting up ganks here.
Middle lane, Witch Slayer, already using the Graveyard and the Hex. He's going to get knocked down right there by Warbeast and Deadwood. Deadwood did have his Falcon Punch, but obviously it wasn't even necessary there, so good job, good patience coming out.
Being spawned here, quick push being set up. We do see Darkgreen, that is only a Pearl, not much counter push there, and Kronos near the mid lane. Kronos does have his ultimate up, so in terms of setting something up here, I mean, if he gets in place, lands a good ulti, and they rotate quick enough here with this Dampier, maybe Behemoth's around, man. He's going to stop the advance of Dampier, I think.
Behemoth ruins everything.
He does. I mean, Behemoth's a pain.
He is a pain. No initiation's going to be had, though, in the end, it looks like.
They got the nice gank on the siege unit.
There's the deny. So, able to successfully hold off that that push attempt right there. Bottom rune is going to spawn. It's going to be regen. And Dampier will bottle that up, finishing his light brand as well, of course. So, earlier on, Grimoire Power possibly going to be coming up. Deadwood roaming to the middle lane. He does have the Invis activated. Pearl's the target of choice, most likely. However, she'll be fine, especially with Deadwood running right over a Rev Ward, and he probably realizes that as the creeps are starting to attack him. So, we'll instead just go back to farming in the meantime. We do have Pyromancer with the top lane. She was able to finish off her Steam Boots, by the way. So, going to just continue to pick up farm herself up there.
Yep.
Abyssal Skull finished on Warbeast. Energizer on Valkyrie. Seems like that's a great item for her.
Yeah, Steam Boots Energizer. She's a prime candidate, of course.
Need to be a little careful right here, although she has a TP support now.
It's the mana efficiency, man. The Energizer plus the Intelligent Steam Boots lets her use her nukes so much if she wants to flash farm. Otherwise, this gives her that nice early game presence. Deadwood, level 2 Essence Shroud, it makes a lot more sense now. Level 3, I should say. You can get that minus armor and, well, not even gonna actually use the hit.
Oh, jeez. Oh, the arrow on top to help secure the kill over. Dampier just tears apart Revenant in the background. Valkyrie doesn't need to be careful now with Deadwood because the support is here. Bubbles or Pearl coming in with Pyromancer. The nuke damage. In comes the Terrorize for Dampier. The bubble knockback on a Deadwood right. They're helping him out a little bit, but no, the World Bubble will finish him off. Dampier.
Big ultimate.
The big ultimate from Behemoth coming out with that finish done. The nom from Warbeast. That Chronos field going to be used though. Trying to hold down Warbeast long enough. Can Pyromancer make the getaway? The speed is the lockdown on a Warbeast hitting will be forced to fall back. However, Pyromancer does fall. Yep, the Wolves do finish her off.
Unfortunately, the ultimate just fell short of, I mean, a little bit further down, of course. Ideally, you catch the Warbeast and not the Pyro, but that's pretty difficult to land at that moment. So, yeah.
If you had a step in the master.
Fight. Interesting with the maxing out of the Essence Shroud now. You know, he didn't use it for the... obviously, he didn't want to get hexed before he got responded to there, so he didn't choose to open up with the punch to create that minus armor on the Witch Slayer, but... You look at that Deadwood, the minus armor on top of the physical damage he's able to apply on top of the Warbeast, maybe a little bit of increased application there.
Yeah.
Which actually is it. It's a -3 armor only, but still something.
Hey, that's definitely adds up. I mean, you look at Chronos, he's 8.6 armor right now, so everything adding up, and basically has 0 armor all of a sudden, so.
Curious to see whether they'll get a Bulwark on the Deadwood or not after the Portal Key. Usually like to see it on the, I like to see it on a Warbeast instead. I like the Demonic after the Shrunken Head. Another item which has been popular on Warbeast in the past, it's never been a build that I favored, but it's definitely had it's seen its time, was the Puzzle Box Warbeast. Puzzle Box did get a little bit of a buff to the buildup of it as well, so not entirely out of the question, I would say, but
probably
not very likely. But
it's also a lot more effort, though.
More effort, yeah, it is. I mean, it's more shit to have to worry about. That's true.
Tap through.
You got a lot of lockdown, so yeah. Anyway, it's true. And
1,900 gold on Behemoth. That portal key is coming.
It is. It is surprisingly fast, actually. Pretty good timing here for Sidecash. 0-0-6 again, so a solid game. Justice League was rocking the Behemoth this game, right?
His last game he
similar
was
score. He was 0-0-7 at one point.
Yeah,
I
believe so. I pointed that out.
He was balling, man. A 007.
Staying alive. Chronos is getting close to finishing a helmet, looks like, to follow up that Rune Cleaver first.
Dampier is invisible, though. Finding his Valkyrie, wants to apply the munch onto her, man. Just one hit into the combo, and she would fall.
Would she?
Find the angle. He keeps moving around. Stand still, why don't you?
You're attacking creeps. Why are you moving?
Here's his angle. Here's his angle. Right here. Right here.
Valkyrie's just don't moving. He's attacking creeps the whole time.
She has vestments, so... But she was on agility boots. I thought maybe...
Here we go again. Here we go again.
She on agility boots or not?
Let's try this again. Stop moving.
She wants the support.
There we go, and he's tired of waiting. That's not going to work. No. Oh, we had Witch Slayer coming, but now a Witch Slayer runs into it. He is going to be gone on the arrow to help finish him off. Dampier's going to go for the port out. He will be success. Never mind. He will not be successful. As Dampier falls in the end, Behemoth even assisting with the fissure stun. So that just
I'm not sure
horribly.
if he had full charges or not, but either way, with the vestments at 900 health, it still seemed questionable.
He did have full charges.
He was level full charge. He would have needed to have hit, get the combo off, get his Terrorize off, get the ulti off, and then his Valkyrie tried to leap and attack, and with Behemoth around, It was more like seeing him linger. It was.
Yeah. Actually, I take that back. I was trying to think if he was transformed or not, but actually I don't think he was, so maybe not.
You don't think he had full?
I don't think he did. Do we have that?
Not a
there is
deal.
a fight, man. Those are just illusions.
That's not a big deal. Either way, it was a risky play. And
let's actually look at that.
Okay.
Let's get an answer right here. Where were we? Okay, what did Dampier
have?
have?
One charge?
He had one charge, it looks like. Yeah, it's only one charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
yeah, only one essence floating around, and we can see it right there actually. So
there you go.
Yeah, would not have had the damage either way. And
ask and we shall receive. Shout out to Pan Man, doing work over there. 1,400 gold on Dampier. With that said, after that death now. He's saving up once again. Valkyrie's been really enhancing her farm, man. Look at that.
Holy
390 gold per minute.
Well, it's like Master of Arms, man. Steam Boots Energizer opens up your farm a lot.
Yeah.
Just being able to spam those nukes so often. Light Brand actually picked up here. Going for the Searing Light, and
I assume Dawnbringer.
Maybe. I mean, sometimes you've seen the Searing Light just picked up as a farming mechanism. Yeah. It does a lot. Actually, look at the charge. 12 magic damage per charge is no joke. If Valkyrie doesn't feel like she needs extra health right now, she might want to go for something more like a Shrunken Head, something else that she needs. Maybe not a Shrunken Head.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look at that a little bit further later, but it doesn't necessarily need to rush into the Dawnbringer to make that a good investment. Honestly, I continuously feel like Ice Brand is one of the worst items in the game.
Really?
Of course, it's a little bit better when you combine it into the Dawnbringer and the Frostburn, but on its own.
What just happened right there? Oh, well, that just happened.
Yeah.
Pyromancer just explodes.
And that was actually, I believe, the Invis Deadwood. Level 4 Invis Deadwood, applying the minus armor, getting the quick pick off onto St. Rocks. On top of that, Courier getting picked off by LG there.
LG with the, I believe his Wolves actually picked it off, so just before that.
Really? So, a lot of things going wrong for the Hellborn team right there. A lot of frustration, I'm sure, building up here as Temp Team is, I think, Justice League back against the wall here in this final game.
Yes, they are. Again, you said it. This is the final game here for this tournament. This is for the title of Ultimate Series Aluna Banning Draft Tournament Champions, as well as the bigger portion of the gold coin prize pool. So,
and setting up here in the middle lane, Valkyrie does have the ultimate, the level 2 ultimate. And in terms of True Sight, Pyromancer does have a Rev Ward available, and there is one placed here in the middle lane by Tilla. So anyway, just saying. They got in the Behemoth. They actually have a really strong team fight right now, man. The Behemoth BK, Valkyrie's farming outstandingly. Between Steam Boots Energizer and Searing Light, nothing can slow down her farm at this point. So
interesting with Pearl, by the way. Again, I'm very new to the hero in general as far as seeing her. It's the first time we get to see her. She's leveling up the Soothing Presence over the Whirl Bubble. I guess the only benefit of Whirl Bubble is the more damage, but you're not really looking for more damage. That doesn't seem like you're not really doing it for damage.
You're doing 210, so.
And more of a support. She is playing the main support here, so yeah, I could definitely understand why the Soothing Presence is being leveled up over that here.
Better for pushing, too.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that done. She is, well, presumably going the Dawnbringer. Not that it's a bad route for sure, but once again, Shrunken Head is still on the board and could be effective and doesn't necessarily need to get that Dawnbringer right away. Just wanted to keep that in mind.
Yeah. Oh, bottom lane. What happened out here? Pyromancer trying to maybe kill Deadwood, but that's not even going to remotely happen. So, Algae actually getting credit for the kill down here onto Zane. And that Witch Slayer. Simply
Wolves, man.
It's him, yeah.
Scouting him out and then finding an angle for Deadwood.
Yep.
Love it.
It's good, yeah, good map control.
You can also tell whether there's a Rev Ward down in an area or not by scouting with your Wolves in front of the Creep Wave. If the Creep Wave aggroes your Wolves, that means they have a Rev Ward. So, some enhanced scouting possible with it as well. Mid lane, however, we got to see the Revenant lurking upon this Chronos, and that's the Dawnbringer finished up. So, Valkyrie with those vestments going to be actually, yeah, Shrunken Head's nice, but look at how much health she's going to have on top of those vestments. I mean, yeah, pretty beastly still. So going to be pretty tough to take down and combine it with her mobility.
Yeah, she'll have the highest life pool in the game when she finishes that. So, not bad at all. For her, the Shrunken Head. Whose Shrunken Head is that? That is Warbeast. Ooh. Warbeast with his Shrunken Head finished. Still, you were talking about both the Chronosphere and the Pearl. What's it even called? The Preservation are decent Warbeast counters, despite that Shrunken Head pickup.
Yeah, I mean less so with the Preservation. It's a more momentum breaker, but otherwise mid lane here.
That was interesting. Kronos got kind of pushed ahead because of the odd figure stun, and now we see the Chronosphere coming up, but the Rotten Crowds catches Kronos. It's not going to matter in the end, though. Behemoth does eventually fall. Team support just couldn't be there. And actually, Warby's baiting them out a little bit. He will go ulti form and Shrunken Head to make sure he gets away, but tempting death there slightly. Top lane in the meantime, Valkyrie cleaning up the top tower while that mid action was happening. Their middle lane, however, is going to be pushed in by the Hellborn team, it looks like.
Yep.
Coming up with Justice League, so getting a counter tower kill in the meantime is DCX. And they may keep this going, actually. So they're feeling confident enough to do so. As the top secondary tower goes down right there, so perhaps that is why. No, it's going to be canceled because, for good reason, the Dragon Fire Stone was coming out. The arrow, it is going to connect right there. 5-second arrow onto Witchslayer. Valkyrie Prism is used. The Rotten Grass onto Witchslayer as well. The call to Valkyrie coming on Witchslayer. Going to drop right there with the final auto attack. Just simply not enough. Fisher's done to disorient them a little bit. Deadwood jumping in, but there's a preservation coming out, knocking back Deadwood initially. World Bubble going to be pushed out as well, but Deadwood is still chasing.
Away from that.
Yep, she's going to be picked up in the end. The lock throw onto Dampier. Now Dampier's being pursued. Valkyrie with the freaking Energizer. Falcon punch to take out Dampier. Ouch. Good pursuit coming out from Temp Team here.
Yeah, that chase down, man. That. I mentioned, man, they were pushed up against the wall before. Now 4,000 gold on Kronos. He needs to make an investment here sometime. Not sure if he's going to be going with that Shrunken Head route or not, or whether he's going to go for straight damage. Not going to. In the end, it's like he got the Firebrand for some additional move speed and stats. Maybe eventually going to build in something otherwise, get into Hammer for, well, potentially a shield breaker, honestly.
Yeah. If
he's not going to go for that Shrunken Head route, he might just be going for the straight burst damage at this point. Not burst damage, but higher sustained damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely going to help him farm faster, having a Firebrand and the Hammer. Biggest amount of stun. I mean, Deadwood does go through him anyway. Still. Definitely make a strong case for the Shrunken.
Yeah, that's never. It's hard to go wrong with the Shrunken.
This is not the same as, like, you're not going against, like, this Mag, Pyro, blah, 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 blah. I mean, they still have a lot of spell damage, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would still be an advocate.
Just the mobility, too, is...
Yeah, I like that he has these items now, which will help him farm a bit faster. But they've been forcing fights, they've been winning fights. And
Kaya Valkyrie finishing that Shrunken Head already. I mean, her GPM, man. 540 gold per minute.
It's not going to consider that Dawnbreaker like a rune, obviously more expensive, but just infinite mana pool essentially here for the mass farming of ways on top of the AoE. I'm not sure what they call that effect, the searing effect. Yeah.
Searing, yeah. That makes sense.
Stacking up to almost becoming 48 damage per second after the 3 charges, so. Well, it's actually huge.
Warby's forced to the bottom lane, as does Valkyrie. They're going to still protect these first towers here. Or I guess the only first tower left.
Bubbles accidentally using her ultimate there.
Pearl, yeah, wow.
Oh god, did I
Yeah, you did it too.
Did I just
the only one? You did. I know, it's confusing, man. I mean, she's all about freaking Bubbles, and we have a hero named Bubbles in the game that we see a lot.
If you could go back, you would rename her Bubbles. I mean, if there wasn't a Bubbles.
It just makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
Sure. But, yeah, Pearl wasting that ultimate. Well, glad they didn't have any ward to really see that out, so still having the threat of having it up, I guess. Not that they're feeling threatened by much right now. They're feeling pretty confident probably in their approach. And he is going the Mortification this game, keeping the 1-point defile, so.
Okay. Maybe he heard you. Maybe he was listening in, maybe not. Maybe just figuring it's better for this game, perhaps.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's Mega Beaver's a pretty smart guy, honestly. And just trying to do what he feels is best for his team on that role.
More gold being pulled up here between Valkyrie and Warbeast now. Warbeast, where does he go next? Obviously, you got the Soul's Bulwark on Deadwood. So the idea of that on him doesn't really make too much sense, but maybe something like that single target damage, like that Shield Breaker, perhaps.
Holy crap. 2,000 life on top of the Shrunken, on top of the vestments, man. I don't know. And on top of Keep 9, that Dawnbringer build, I mean, the Battle Cry, man. She's hitting for 200 plus with the Battle Cry, so it's not like she's lacking damage. On top of the Searing effect, building up to 50 damage per second with 200 damage plus per hit. On top of the Shrunken Head adding a little bit of damage. There's so much protective ability, so much mobility, so much damage. Damn, man. It's been a while since I've seen a Valkyrie just absolutely take over a game like this.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I totally forgot about the battle cry too. That's obviously
well,
helped
and you look
time.
at the battle cry, but that's not it. There's more. There's the bulwark coming out from the Deadwood. There's the Abyssal Skull for more damage, man. It's
Conqueror.
A lot of stuff to just make her presence just so much more outstanding.
Conqueror is happening. It's not the quickest Conqueror kill, but it is definitely dying here. Oh, Kronos leaping in right on a Deadwood, actually. The arrow's going to come. A nice dodge by Kronos. Oh, Behemoth in the back of the water. Huge ultimate from Behemoth. Preservation comes out, but just a little bit too late. It seems like Kronos locking down Valkyrie, but Valkyrie's still doing plenty of damage herself, and Kronos the one in trouble. He leaps away before. Hat-trick coming out for Algae in the meantime, playing that War Beast. The chase on a Pearl right here. Can she board out? Yes, she can. Not going to be the same for Dampier and Kronos, though. Kronos still alive. He's going to put some auto attacks in there, and he's going to fall back before too much else happens. So Dampier bought back, maybe scaring them off somewhat, but wow.
I mean, definitely saved Kronos' life, man. If Dampier did not buy back, that would be Kronos, 6 feet under at that point. So, meanwhile, Brutalizer picked up by Warby. He's not going to go that Bulwark or the Demonic route, but still, he has the Brutalizer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's getting pretty grim. Valkyrie actually could have kept manning up onto the Kronos. Kind of entered a lower state of life, so she kind of backed up a little bit there. I think if she kept up the aggression, it would have been okay, but either way, another victory in their favor, so 10, 11K up at this point.
How about that Behemoth ultimate, though, man? That was impressive stuff.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
I mean, the Behemoth ultimate is by and far the major reason. I mean, Deadwood got jumped, but still, the turnaround was gigantic.
Yeah, let's actually take a look at that real quickly once again. We do have a little bit of downtime here, so pulling up that replay. Oh, boom! Boom goes the dynamite, baby.